Morning from KL, Malaysia. So beautiful here. And I was just reflecting. I was just standing in my balcony. Do you know when you do that pose where you lean over here and you're like, how do I move here? How do I make my life in Southeast Asia? So I just wanted to share some thoughts on, I guess, what's been propagated in the media. Like, I've gone to 29 countries now. So it's not heaps, but it's a respectable amount, I would think so. And I feel like what I've learned on the way is, especially growing up in Australia, what's really pushed is, that big Europe trip. And Europe is beautiful. I 110% love Europe, and it is beautiful, but it just feels like that's the only way you can travel. And I know you know what I'm talking about. There's lots of, the typical influencer who says, I want to travel the world, and they just go to New York and Europe. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm getting at, and this is what I want to make this video about, is there's something that's been propagated in the West, that this whole idea of, if you're, like, the whole idea of traveling to a first world country means, okay, you're safe, everything's there. But by extension, by pushing that narrative, you're missing out on opportunities like this, like Malaysia. When I say the word Malaysia to someone, their knee-jerk reaction is like, oh, okay, whatever. They're not picturing this, you know what I mean? And to be fair, neither was I. I wanted to come here blindfolded to figure it out for myself. That's why I love travel, which is just to be pleasantly surprised and to, the food, culture and all this. But like I wanted to give Malaysia an opportunity. I'm very impressed. And I guess my point is that I'm more impressed than some other first world cities that are fully developed. I'm more impressed here than some of those cities. You know what I mean? I haven't seen any real homelessness here. I've only been here for 48 hours or so, but I haven't really seen anything that, like, put it this way. In Sydney, for example, I've seen, and to be fair, I've lived there my whole life, but let's say even Paris, Rome, I've seen the issues of that city. And it's not like just because that's a first world country that those issues aren't prominent there. And I'm just playing into the logic here. Like, if you allow the fact that, all right, there's going to be issues in every city, let's grant there'll be issues in Rome, then by that logic, by the people that are pushing the message of, hey, that's a first world country, that's a first world city, then by that logic, Malaysia should be a complete hellhole. But it's not. It's so beautiful. And that's what I'm getting at, is I've been to KL here, of course, and Bangkok, and all these, like, cities in third world countries or developing countries. And many times I leave more impressed than the first world ones. And overall, it's better value. It's a lot cheaper. The tourism experience is a lot friendlier. Like, the locals here are a lot friendlier. Everything's, like, better, to be honest. Yeah, there's no massive monument. There's no massive, this country has the Petronas Twin Towers, but there's no massive Eiffel Tower or anything like that. They're just cities. But, they're cities that function daily, and tourism isn't the center point. I don't know, I'm starting to ramble now, but, like, overall, I love how cheap they are, how beautiful they are, and I'm sick of them. I'm sick of these cities being not respected, not given the same amount of respect as these global cities. Yes, there's more opportunities and all this in the Europe, in the Parises of the world and all that, but yeah, give these cities a shot, because overall you'll leave more impressed than the typical ones. All right, got my driver calling me, I'm going now.